Hey everybody, what's up? It's the 23rd of May. We're still doing this small account challenge, the 500 to $15,000 challenge. I am of course Tony. This channel being Day Trade with Tony, and we're talking about day trading. So today we've had. So first and foremost, I must apologise for not doing a couple of trade recaps over the last couple of days. Yesterday I was under the weather a little bit on Friday. It got worse over the weekend. Then I was feeling unwell yesterday. Still trading, still doing the live sessions. So if you're not joining me for the live sessions every day, where the hell are you? So come join me. Come join me every day, an hour before the market opens. We do the pre-market session. Well, an hour of the pre-market session before the bell rings, and then we do a couple of hours after the bell rings of live day trading. So come join me if you haven't already. Now, we had a couple of red days over the last couple of days. So Thursday last week we had a big red day on the small account. I think I did a trade recap. Didn't do anything on Friday. Small green day on Friday, but after fees and charges, it was actually a red day. I actually lost money on. So we started on Friday on the small account with a little under $700. We had a good day yesterday, over $100 in terms of profit, $130 in gross profit on the small account. We had another good green day on the main account after two red days on the main account. Yesterday, we had a good green day over goal, significantly over goal as well yesterday. And the same thing today. So we're green across the board on the small account. Small green day. We're not making a lot of money today, but there wasn't a great deal of setups for the small account today, and as a result, we made $32. That's gross. So after fees and charges, we're walking away with about $20. So any green is good green, as I like to say. So we traded Hardcore Enterprise. Hardcore Enterprise is moving up pre-market. I got in at the top of a move. It did a little pullback, and then as it moved up, I took some profits. I then waited for it to pull back, and then as it made new highs, nice little bull flag setup. As it made new highs, I got in again and rode it up. On the main account, we've had a strong green day over goal. We traded 5 different stocks on the main account, and we've managed to make over just shy of 9,000, so almost 1.5 times goal. So 8,830 on the main account. So we bit of an up and down day. So we got to goal. We got 6,000 up. Then we gave back $5,000 ish. And then, well, just under $5,000, and then we got over goal again, and we've locked it down. We were kind of not looking for any more after that. So 8,830 is today's finishing total on the main account. So without further ado, let's take a look at how we did it and where we did it and why we did it, shall we? So small account. The first trade of the day, Hardcore Enterprise. You can see this moving up. It's made really good gains across the whole day. It's above the VWAP. Starts to kind of consolidate around this area. It's under $2. Now I don't like to trade stocks under $2. It's just a personal preference. I'm not saying you can't make money trading stocks under $2. Just a personal preference. So this is consolidating, but it started to make its move up towards $2. I was looking for the break of $2, and we broke $2 on this candle here. Then it pulled back a little bit. So as it retested, I got in for the break of new highs. We're over $2, so I got in at 202, and it did pull back a little bit. Then it started to make its move up, and I took profits here. As it then pulled back, we got a new high here, is where I got back in. Took a little bit off at the top, I was at 250 shares. So I took 150 shares off, and then as it started to break new lows, I took the rest off. So altogether, I made $32 on that. 2 entries, 3 exits, so five executions. So that will be say what's that, about $14, $15 in commissions plus fees and charges. We're looking at about 20 bucks in fees after that. So it's not a great deal. But I was thinking I might have made 20. I'm not even looking at the numbers on the system. So yeah, five transactions, 5 executions, $32. Half of that's going back in fees and charges. So that's just the way it is with the small account. It's difficult to make gains if we're not getting. We need at least $20 per transaction to per round trip, just to justify taking the trade. And I didn't quite get that. So I could have got that if I got it at the top with the whole piece here. I probably would have got over $45. And that would have been worth it. But because when it started breaking new lows, I got out there. First candle to break a new low, as they say, and I got out there. Maybe I could have held it and got it right at the top, but likewise, it could have pulled back earlier, and you didn't want to take that risk on a small account. You just wanted to lock in some green. I was watching for stocks that I could trade on this account. Not a lot moving within the kind of price range or with leverage or today. Not a lot of good setups for the small account. So that was hardcore. That's what we traded first. Then on the main account, Colbar is what we traded first. And if I go to where we actually traded this, so this was just after 8 o'clock. We managed to get in on this move up. So we got in here as we moved up, pull back, and then moved up again, and then we got out. So that was Colbar, and that was the first trade that we took on this particular stock. We did trade kind of just before the open on this move up here, and we managed to make it a little bit extra. We got out pretty much at the top before it then pulled back and sold off at the open. After the open though, after the opening bell, we traded Ocean Biomedical, and we got in as this moved up, and we added to the position there. Took profits up at the top, and then we got out for break even for half. So we took half off up at the top here, and we got out for break even as it pulled back. So that was green on the day on the main account. A good start to the day's trading. We traded Upstart. So I saw out of the corner of my eye, Upstart was the big mover from yesterday, and I saw that it started to make a nice move up. So we got in here as this kind of broke. It broke the pre-market highs. So as it broke the pre-market highs, we got in. We added to the positions. We broke new highs here, and we took a little bit of profit. And then up at the top is where we ended up getting stopped out. We did get back in as we broke new highs here, and took some profit up at the top and put a stop in place and got stopped out. So why was I watching this? It wasn't on the scanners. It wasn't one of the top gappers or anything like that. It's just because this was the stock that made goal yesterday for me. So it was the biggest trade I had on the day yesterday. Then we traded RXRX, I think it was. This moving up, and we got in here pretty much at the highs. We had the pullback. And then the move back up, and then we got in up at the highs. As it pulled back again, I added for a move back up. Then tried to trade my way out of a losing situation, and as it pulled back to the VWAP, I exited the position, and that lost us all our gains and a little bit besides. So that took us red on the day. So unfortunately, we were like 3,000 down or whatever it was. So like I say, it's a bit of an up and down day on the main account today. Then we traded Shuttle Pharma. So Shuttle Pharma was absolutely rocketing at this stage. So it started to make its move up, as you can see there. And we got this lovely pullback, fantastic bull flag setup. and we got in for the breakout here. We was able to ride that up, take some profits before it started to pull back. I took some profits off, and then added back to the position as it started to make its way back up, and I was able to add again as we've got broke new highs here, and took some profits up at the top here. So that was Shuttle Biopharma. We made $3,000 on Shuttle Pharmaceutical, and well, just shy, 2,775 on Shuttle Pharmaceutical, and that recovered somewhat what we'd lost on RXRX. Not all of what we'd lost, but certainly covered a large portion of that. Then we traded Ocean Bio. So this was the nice move that got us at goal, and then I made a bit of an error. So this got us at goal, and we got in here as we made our way up, and we added to the position. Took some profits here. Then as it started to pull back, we got stopped out. As this made its way back up, we got back in, and then took some profits here and here. And that pretty much got us at goal. But then we started to make new highs here. So I got in and it pulled back. So I added to the position for a bounce and a move back up. I tried to trade my way out of this, and I managed to do it. We got on a higher time frame. If I showed this on the higher time frame, if you go back and watch the live session, I actually do that. We get a lovely kind of bull flag setup, but it pulls back just a little bit too much for my liking. But I did hold through it, and I risked way too much. I ended up, as it moved back up, I got out for a small loss here as it started to look weak, and before it flushed down and then sold off. So we ended up, I traded at Ocean Bio again. This because we were just over goal before I took this last trade. I went in getting greedy, looking for a little bit more, and lost a bit. So I was still looking for something else to trade, just to get me over goal on the day. And what got me over goal on the day was Shuttle Pharma again. So Shuttle Pharma, we traded this after walking the dog. So just after lunchtime, I came back and we got this beautiful move up here. So I was able to get some of this, and that got me over goal on the day. And I got stopped out as they started to pull back here. Now, I did trade a little bit later in the day. I traded CWBR, so Cobar. So I was able to get this, and I got stopped out. I went in as this moved up. I got in for the break of the $0.50, put a trailing stop in place, and as it pulled back, it stopped me out. So that was CWBR, and that was, I think, the last trade of the day. That got me from a little over $6,000 in profit, and this added to where I was on the day, and some good trades. So yeah, that's essentially my day's trading today. So let's have a look at the reports. Let's have a look at the statistics, where that puts us for the month of May. As you can see here, so last week we created a drawdown, $20,000 drawdown, okay, across the 2 days. We're a little over $20,000. We had a $7,000 day yesterday, and we've just had an 8,800 day today. So that covers some of the drawdown. So let's have a look at where that puts us on the month in terms of that drawdown. How much do we need to recover off? Another 4,000 gets us out of the hole, and we can do that tomorrow. But we're not swinging for the fences. We're not looking for home runs every time we take a trade. We're just being base hits. And I've been saying this for a while. Base hits is what's important. So where are we on the month? We're very close to 200k. So way over goal. The goal is 120k for the month. We've got a week and a day. Actually, next Monday is a federal holiday. So it's Memorial Day, I believe. So it's a federal holiday next Monday. So there's no trading. So we've got 2 days next week, and we've got 3 remaining days this week. So we've got 5 trading days left. So trading at goal, $6,000 per day. I should do another $30,000. So that would, let's call it 31,000, and that should put me at 220. So it's a little way off, not a huge amount, a little way off my best months of the last 2 months, but it's still a great month. It's still a fantastic month. What I would say is my risk versus reward. I'm risking more this month in the trade. My risk versus reward is right off. It's paying off for me. So it's like I might be risking $2 to make one, and I'm making the one, which, right now, statistics in a choppy market the way it is, what's important is locking in the green trades. The risk versus reward is less important in the long term in choppy markets like today. However, managing your risk effectively is going to give you a better chance of actually making those green trades. So don't negate risk reward. Don't do what I've been doing, which is taking bigger risks and for smaller rewards. So I've been doing a lot of kind of averaging down. So taking bigger risks for the move back up, and then taking the profits when it's been struggling. Because normally in a trending market, in a bullish market, what you'll get is moves to the upside will have continuation. And what I'm finding is when I'm getting rejected at a certain resistance level, I'm averaging down on the move back up. It's not looking like it's breaking out at that resistance level. So I'm taking a small profit up at the top before it reverses. So the risk versus reward is probably not on point this month. If I look at the year to date, it absolutely is, but not this month. So right now, we've just got a little bit of the drawdown to recover, as I say, $4,000. My trade selection accuracy is pretty much the same. It's pretty standard. That two out of 3 trades is profitable. For every 3 trades I take, 2 of them will go in my favor, and that's pretty much my career. Actually, I am a kind of a 2-to-1 trade selection accuracy. And that's really what's keeping me profitable this month, because my profit. Look at my K ratio. My risk versus reward is kind of a 1-to-1. It's less than a 1-to-1 at the moment. So it's actually my trade selection accuracy that's keeping me profitable at the moment. Yeah, I mean, it's a good month. We're having a great month. We should be doing $6,000 a day. We're averaging 11,000, so we're almost double. We're trajecting for almost double the goal on the month. So we're still. Although I'm not really aggressively, I'm not being as aggressive as I have been in the previous month. Some of the trades are breaking out for us. It's not easy to trade at the moment. It's a very choppy market. It's very sideways in terms of I'll get rid of that. It's very sideways in terms of the price action. The swings up and down, but the clean moves are few and far between, and that's why I suppose I've not picked the best month, certainly, to start this small account challenge. The small account is really, you need some of those good clean moves. Choppy moves are not good for a small account, because you end up either getting stopped out, or you cut your position because of it's going against you before it moves back up again. And that upwards downwards action, that yo-yo action, if you will, is not great for a small account to trade. So I'm kind of absorbing some of that choppy action with just on pure account size on the main account, just on pure equity size. But in the small account, it's really cost me. So we did get over $1,100 balance at earlier this last week, actually, about this day last week. But we gave that back on a huge portion of that back on Thursday. And when you've got a small account, the idea is to rack in the small gains. No real major risk taking. Now I'm doing this challenge to grow it from 5 to 15,000. So I'm being a little bit more aggressive with the small account than I would advise someone who's trading a small account and that's all we have to do. So I'm looking at making significant gains. I'm looking at 10%, a minimum of 10% per day. Granted, today was just under 5%, but I want to be looking at 10% growth per day. Now, anyone worth the salt is not going to be looking at making 10% daily gains every single day. It's just not a logical way to approach trading. So the small account, I'm being more aggressive than I would advise you to be, particularly in the market. It doesn't call for it at the moment. Very choppy. So just mind your equity position, mind your capital, manage your risk, and just protect your position. So look, it's not easy to trading's not easy at the best of times. I know that there are people like me, like myself, and other people that have strategies that are working that make it look a lot easier than it actually is. But it's not easy. It is a skill set that can be acquired and can be taught, but it takes time to accumulate the discipline, and B, the knowledge and skills to become a profitable trader. And it takes quite a bit of time and a lot of practice. The muscle memory of knowing when to get in and when to get out is important. So look, I'll be doing it again tomorrow. If you want to come join me and watch me trade again live, now before the market opens, as I mentioned already, come join me then and we'll do it all over again. In the meantime, take it easy and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, Upstart, you cheeky little devil, you've just gone green. Upstart Holdings. You're approaching that pre-market high level. Okay, now we can go. Now we can go. Upstart. Fucking a little bit. Ocean is taking off. That's my little safety net. Nice. $29.34 is the halt level to the upside. Getting perilously close to that halt level. Stop me out. $2 grand. I don't mind that. That's nice. That's a quick 2,000 on Upstart. We don't mind that. Ocean, let's go back to Ocean. Base hits. Well, actually, that Upstart was more than the base hit. That was a fantastic trade, if I do say so myself. I'm not saying I'm the best trade. I'm not saying I'm the best live trader on this platform, but certainly I must be top 3. Must be top 3. How am I going to use volume? What do you mean, how am I going to use volume? I use volume because I use volume for triggers. If it's got, you need volume for the trade. If it's not got volume, there's no trade. So Ocean, breaking out, testing $9. We're halfway there already. 892. Oh, 907 is the halt level now. It was 892, but 907 is the halt level. So I'm not going to jump in at $9. Upstart making more moves. 29.93 is the halt level. Nice little bull flag breakout, that one. $29. 1, 2. Wasn't quick enough on the wasn't quick enough on the hotkey then. Yeah, I got stop tape for it. There you go. So 3,500 today so far. Over 950. I got into 63, so that's not a good entry, but yeah, I saw it and then I was late to the party. I would have liked to have got in at 950, but I'm in at 963, so I'm not in big. So one of these little pullbacks, micro pullbacks, I might just add a little bit to bring me back down to that kind of, if I get the opportunity. It doesn't look like I'm going to get the opportunity. High of day, currently is 976. I'm a firm believer we're going to test that. And if we break out with that, ends on. You just broke out of it. So new high of day, 985. That's it. Every day should be a nice day for base hits, look, Alvis. That's all you should be. That's all you should be looking for is base hits. If you're looking for anything more, you get stung. If you look for base hits, you're going to get base hits, but you're also going to get those home runs when they come. You're looking for home runs every time. You're just going to get stung. I'd say 950 should have been my entry. I think this is going to get to $10 today. Spread's kind of rangy. As much as 15 cents on the spreads. There's your 10. Nice. Annual stop. What's these? 33 cents. So let's put it there for now. Break the $0.50. Add to the position. What's the hold level? 10.7. You know what? I'm just gonna 30-cent stop, trailing stop. Swapped it out for a trailing stop. Hey Shinwari, not seen you for a while. How you getting on? Okay, so back in the green. 4,000. That was a nice trade. I'm gonna take a bit more. Still more to be had out of this. Hardcore is looking at retesting the highs, 330 right now. Volatile, give it that. 38 cents on the average true range. Let's see 11. Very surprised if we don't. wouldn't take that extra position there if I didn't think that was going to be the case. Before on the ask at the moment. I'm at 61 and change. Yeah, good, buddy. Good to hear it. How's the family? Good stuff. That's what we do it for. Don't know what I'm doing it for, at least, anyway. Day currently is 1082. Nice to retest that. A couple of 7,000 sellers there. Go and get rid of those. $3/4 level's proving a little bit of a challenge right now. Get over that again, and we should be golden. Take a little bit off. Take a little bit more off. 600 to do. 30% trailing stop there now. 40% on average tree range, so I got stopped out. Cool. But it puts me over goal, so happy days. So 6,680 on the day. So that's a nice trade.